Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video I just show you quick overview on my cafe management system project. If you are not seen my previous video, just go to description and check out the link. In upcoming videos, first I'm going to complete the backend part of my cafe management system project, then we will go with the front end. So let us start with that. So first we are going to discuss about what are the softwares which is required to create the backend part of this application. So basically we need VS Code. This is just a text editor, and after that we are going to use Node.js. So you have to use get the latest version of Node.js in your system. So here I'm using Windows, so I will go with this one. If you are using Mac, then you can go with this one. If you are using Linux, Ubuntu, you can go with this one. Okay, so from here you can download it and install in your system. And after that we are going to use the MySQL latest version. From here, if you're using Windows, you can use from here, you can get that MySQL. So latest version right now I'm using 8.0. So let us start with that. Let me open the VS Code actually, and from here we have to open the terminal, and let me show you the latest version what right now I'm using. So Node version 14 I'm using right now. NPM version, let me show you. So 6.14 I'm using. Okay, so let me create a new file which is package.json file for our project. So let me write here npm init, press enter. So you can see like package name we have to enter. So we already have backend cafe node.js. Basically this is just a blank folder here, and after that we have to press enter. Version we are going to description we don't want to write, entity point index.js, test command nothing, git repository we don't need, just press enter, and at last we have to just write yes. So after that it will create a package.json file for us, you can see there. And after that actually we need to like install some of the packages which is required for this application. So I'm going to write npm install save and express. After that MySQL. So Express basically is a framework which we are going to use to create our the backend. And after that we have MySQL. You already know why we are using this. And after that .env file. So in this package basically we are going to use it to store the variables, global variables which are going to use at different places. After that we are going to use this chorus actually to connect with the backend, like from front end to backend. Like this will allow us to connect cross origin. We actually it will allow us to access those resources. For that we are using this. So after writing this, just press enter. So it will install for you. Okay, and maybe it will take some time. Yeah, it is installed successfully. After that we need actually a server like nodemon. So basically we are why we need that one actually, like if you made any changes in your any file of the project, so basically that one is required. So every time when we do any changes, it will automatically restart your server. So it will reflect that changes. Otherwise you have to manually, after doing any changes, you have to like run the commands. So that's the reason we are going to use the nodemon. So npm install save dev, and after that we have to write nodemon and press enter. So it will install nodemon for us. Just wait for 5 seconds, and let's move to the package.json file, and it will downloading, still downloading. Yeah, it's downloaded successfully. Let me minimize a little bit this one, and here you can see all the dependency which we install here. Chorus .env, express, mysql, and nodemon is there. Okay, after doing this, first actually we need to do one changes over here. In a script we have to add one. So before that we are going to create a new file. That one is server.js. We are going to create one file. Again move back over here, and here we are going to write start, and here in double quotes we are going to write nodemon to start server.js file always. Okay, and after that we are going to move to the server.js file, and here we have to write some. So const and http we are going to import and require require http. Here we have to write http. And one more thing, here we need to create one more file, .env file. Press enter. And in this, first we are going to create a variable. That one is for the port actually. So server, this is just a comment. After that we are going to write port equals 8080. We are going to run our backend server on 8080 port. That's why we are going to write over here, and we are going to import this to this server page. So to import that file, we have to first write here require, and here we have to write dot env, configure this one. And after that, here we have to write const server equals to http dot create server. And here actually we need to pass something. So first we need to create a file for that. So index.js, and in this we need to import. So for now we are going to leave it server dot listen, and here we are going to import that port basically. So process dot env dot, we are going to write port. Okay, after this we just need to import that index to over here. So let me write here const app equals require, and in the singles we are going to write index, and we are going to import this at this place and save it. So our server is ready right now. So let me move to the index page here, and here first we are going to import that environment file as not required actually. So first we are going to import that express framework const require express, this one. And after that we are going to use the chorus. So chorus and require chorus, and after that this we have to const app equals to express would, and app dot use, this one, and app dot use, we are going to import this express dot URL encoder actually. Basically whenever we're passing some value in URL, so we are going to get it from here, URL encoder, and basically extend to true. You have to write this, and we also need to get the app.use express.json. And after this actually we need to here we have to just write module dot exports equals app, and after this we have to create a connection provider class, not file actually, not class. So we are going to create a new file, and we are going to rename it as connection.js, and here we are going to call MySQL require MySQL, and in this we are going to use require environment that we need here .env .config, and after that we are going to use where connection. We are going to create an MySQL dot, and here we are getting option create connection from this, and from here we have to use write the port actually. So all the configuration we are going to store in env file. So we are going to create some of the variable here first. So let me write here connection, and here we are going to write db port. So right now my server MySQL is running on 3306. So here I'm writing 3306 and DB host actually. So host is local host. On local system my server is running, that's the reason I write localhost. After that DB user name. So here I'm going to write root. By default it's root. If you change any to other name you can write over here. And after that the password. So password equals to my MySQL password is 123456. That's the reason I write this. After that DB name. Okay, so DB name we need to write here. So let's write a cafe Node.js. So we also need to create a file like database with this name. So I'm going to open my MySQL database. I'm going to enter my password and here I'm going to run create database and I'm going to write that database name. Press enter. You can see a database has been created. Let me move back over here and let me move to the connection, and from here we have to write process this one .env dot here we have to write db port, and after that we have to write host, and this one .env dot db underscore host. In the same way we are going to follow it, not host, this time user and process .env dot db username, and after that we have to enter the password and process.env dot db dot underscore password. After that at last database, here we have to write database and this one .env dot db name. Here we have to write, let me match with this one. You can see after writing this let me place semicolon over here and connection dot connect, this one we need to call, and here if any error occur, in that case if error does not occur, in that case we have to like console log, we are going to print that connected, a message connected, else we are going to throw that error. So console.log and error, and after writing this at last we are going to write here module.export equals connection and save it. After writing this we are going to move to the index.js file, and here we are going to import this one. So I'm going to write here, and here we are going to write connection equals require single, and here we are going to call this connection, save it. Now let me put a little bit of space over here and let me start the server. So I'm going to write here npm and we are going to run that script. Here you can see npm start. So I'm going to write here start. I'm going to press enter. You can see backend has been started successfully. You can see it is showing the connected. It means that we are able to successfully connect with our database. So we are at correct track here till now. So let's say maybe some of the user maybe get some error like this type of error in support, client does not support authentication protocol required by the server. So to fix this error you have just to open your MySQL database and you just to copy this like this one query, you can say, and you have to just paste it, and here you have to just write your password. Then you will try to save this file again. It will fix your issue actually. Okay, if you face this type of any error, in that case you have to run this command, otherwise you can ignore it. Okay, you can see our backend is ready actually. Like the structure actually is ready. Okay, so now we are going to create a table, okay, which we are going to use in our file. So here I'm going to create a new file. So table dot.sql. So here we're going to just write the query and going to paste it directly over here. Let me delete this part and let me move back over here. And here I'm going to write create table, and user table actually we need. So user id int primary key, and it should be auto increment, and after that name varchar, and here we have to write 250, and after that contact number varchar, and here we have to write 20, and after that we have to write email varchar, and let's write here 50. After email, the next field is for the password. I'm also going to write varchar, and let's make it as 250, and status varchar, make it as 20, and after status the next is rule, so varchar, and here I'm going to write 20, and the email field should be always unique, so I'm going to write here unique, and in the brackets I'm going to write email, and at last, okay, here I'm just write wrong word, email, yeah, put semicolon at last, and I'm going to save this. Let's copy this query and let's paste it over here, and let's press enter. Okay, we did not selected any database, so cafe Node.js, and I'm going to paste it and enter. So this is basically used to create the table. So after that we are going to insert a admin user. So we will insert it by from here. So insert into user, so name, contact number, email, password, status, rule, and after that values we have to insert. So first we have to enter the name, so admin, and here we have to write one mobile number or contact number. After that we have to enter the email address as per your choice. So I'm going to write a admin@gmail.com, and after that email address I'm going to write the password, so admin will be the password, and the status will be always true, so I'm setting as true, and after that the rule will be admin. Let me put the semicolon at the end. Let me copy this and let me run this over here, and let me select this table, select start from user, and you can see a data has been inserted to this table. After that you have to move over here, and basically you have to create a new folder here. So new folder, and the folder name will be actually routes, and press enter. And in this basically you need to create a new file, and the file name will be user.js, and here actually we need to import express and require this one, and we are going to export actually. So module dot exports equals router, okay, and we are going to import actually to this to index page first, then we will move forward. And here actually you need to write, just need to write here above this line, user route and require user route required. Okay, and in the singles we have to just write routes and user, and after that we have to just move over here below the station app.use, and here in the singles we have to write user and user routes, we need to call that. So whenever any like API will be hit with this part, like this, okay, so it will go to this route, okay, and after that it will go inside this one, and then it will go to other part of this. So let me show you next part. So it's giving us error because like it is not defined in route, is not router does not define in this page. So let's move to the user, and here we are going to first import that connection equals require, and here connection, this one, and we are going to also router express dot router, and here we also need to configure like this. Okay, so now we are going to write like API basically. So router, this one, dot, let me put little bit of space, route dot, the method, what type of method will be that one. So we are going to write that post type of method, and after that post, when you can see when we save this page, you can see automatically it's showing the connected because it is not having any error. That's the reason. Okay, so after that we have to write the like the map, we need to map it. So I'm going to write sign up, and after that sign up we are going to request and response. So we're going to write that one, and after that okay, here we forget to like place the comma over here. That's the reason it was giving us error. And after that here we have to write let user equals to request dot body. From body we are going to get this value, like whatever the value in the body, it will going to store over here user. And after that we are going to write the query which we are going to run over here. So select email password role status from user where email is equals to whatever the email, we are going to pass it over here. If there is a no error, in that case we are going to execute this, else we are going to return response dot status code with the 500 code, and we are also going to send in the JSON, and whatever the error we get, we are going to return that one. Okay, so basically to like before this we also need to execute the query, my bad, connection dot query, and here we have to just pass the query, and in this we don't need to import it from anywhere, not required. We are going to use this one query, so we don't need to import anything. So here is query, and from here we are going to pass that like whatever the required. So user dot email, and from this object we are expecting that it will give us a email address. So from there we are going to get this. After that we are going to write here if any error or results, it will return, and equals, okay, and copy this part of the code, and we have to paste it over in between of this one actually. Okay, So it was giving us some error. Okay, here I forget to write this one. Now you can see error has been removed. So let's say if we run this query, and so if there's a no error, so it will go with this one. If any error occur, it will return with whatever the error we will get. Okay, after this we have to write if results dot length is less than equals to 0. It means that we just selecting that the email actually already exists, already user already available in our system or not with the same email address, who are trying to re-sign up again. So for that we are checking it over here, and here we have to write query again. Not we don't need to import anything, just a variable. And in this query we are going to insert, and if the length is less than equals to 0, it means that no record is found in our database. So in that case we are going to insert that details in our database. In else condition we are going to return a error message actually. So let me return dot response dot with the status code 400 dot, and in the form of JSON actually. So in this we are going to write message, and here we are going to write email already exist. We are going to display this message, and if there's an that user does not exist, in that case we are going to insert that record. So here we have to write that query. So insert into user, and here we have to write name, contact number, email, password, status, role, and after that values. And here we have to write question marks, 4 question mark 4, name, contact number, email address, and the password. We are going to get it from body, and the last two things like status and role we are going to directly insert it. So question mark 1, 2, comma 3, comma 4. Okay, after that we have to write like every time any user login, so the status like for the login is will be the false. So if it is true, it means that user able to log in. If it is false, then user are not able to log in. Okay, so for that we are using true and false using over here. After that, here we have to enter the role of the user actually. So I'm going to write the role user, and after that here let me decrease the size of this one. Okay, and after writing query we have to write connection dot query again, and here we have to pass that query we just write above this query. Just copy this query and paste it over here, and after that we have to just like whatever the values the question marks is there, we have to just pass those values. So user dot name, user dot contact number, this one, and after that user dot email, user dot password, and after that we are going to get the error or results, and here if there is no error, in that case we are going to return successfully registered, return response dot status, and the status will be 200. It means that okay, we are returning, and JSON, and here we are going to return the message successfully registered. We're going to return this message. And in else case, if like maybe the error occur, so we are going to return response.status 500 and JSON, and we are going to error. What we are going to get, we are going to just return that. Okay, so our sign up API is ready almost. We have, yeah, it's ready actually. So let's test it out. So for this testing this API, this is a post method, so we cannot directly test it in like browser. So we need here to hit the API, we need Postman. So I'm using Postman actually. So my backend server is running on localhost 8080, and after that like here we need to write like where it going to call it. So let me show you. First it will move to over here, so I'm going to copy this, and here I'm going to write user, and after that it will move to, from here it will going to route it over here sign up. So I'm going to copy this sign up and I'm going to paste it over here, and here we have to change to the post mapping, and here we have to move to the body, and here from none to move to the raw, and text JSON. We need to change these things. After that here we are going to create the body. So what we need to send is, we need to send the name. So I'm going to write here btech days, and after that we have to write contact number. So contact number 7890, and after contact number the next thing is we have to send the email address, email, and here I'm going to write admin@gmail.com. so this email already exists in our database, so it need to be give us an error. So after email I'm going to write the password. So password will be 123456. so this 4 things we need to send it from the front end. So let's try it out. What will be our response? You can see we are getting email already exist. You can see 400 status we get bad request because email already exists in our database. Let's try with the btechdays@gmail.com. It's just a dummy email address. Okay, so I'm going to hit it. You can see successfully registered. You can see the 200 OK response. So it means that this data is been inserted successfully in our database. So let's check it out. Select start from user. You can see the name, contact number, email address, password. You can see the status. You can see the rule. All the details has been inserted successfully in our database. So this is all about actually the sign up API and the structure of the backend which we are going to follow in upcoming videos. So stay tuned with us. I hope you guys like this video. So please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.